Hey guys, what's up? Light here and welcome back to another video. I originally wasn't going to commentate on this just due to the fact that I'm feeling under the weather. Not the very best right now, but I just decided to, why not? It takes no effort and yeah, let's just up the quality a little bit on the videos. But yeah, first game on Hellas. We're going to be reviewing the 30B today. I did want to play more games, but I just couldn't. I was a little busy. I had to do some other things on a different server. But yeah, I had a really good time with the 30B. I actually bought it back right before this gameplay because I didn't feel like touching any other tanks in the garage. And yeah, I was testing out my screen recording. And I tested out I think a little bit before, maybe 10 minutes or 15 in the training room to see if it would still record, because it gave me a bug. So when I would hit record, it would just say stop recording for some reason. But yeah, we're here in Hellas. I love taking anything hold down to this side of the map on the seaside, just due to the fact that I can pretty much have my way with any other tank, even if they're heavily armored as well. Hold down. I'm pretty confident in my shot placement, so yeah, I'm being very careful here because 1A3s can pop out of the woodworks and just nuke you for anything, so just gotta be careful here. I see the Caro, and I reacted pretty late on that spot, but I'm gonna take advantage here. As he moves a bit, he resets his gun dispersion, so I just peek in there for a safer shot than usual. And then I push up here to see if I can spot him again, see if my teammates have shots. As I see the mini-map, he might be in a little bit of a crossfire with our heavy tank in the middle. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep pushing the left side since I have the 92 E1 now, and then we can have some pretty good farm now, I think. So I'm gonna push the far left, and I'm gonna see if I can start raining down some shots, but I want to spot this 183 first and see where he's at. Okay, there he is. So I'm just gonna start putting shots into anything over the 183 since he has no shots, and I can just ignore him for now. So I put a shot in the 777, and I'm just gonna put another one in there as I don't have a shot in the 30B. And there we go. So now I want to see how I can deal with this 183 now and not waste time, since we're already down 2 kills. And we can pretty much take the game back by killing this guy and then just getting back map control. So my 92 E1 wasn't going in, so I just decided to go in and see if I can just wiggle a bit, if I can maybe bounce a hash. But he shoots AP, and it's pretty lucky that he wasn't aiming it that well. So we're just, there's not really much to commentate on killing a 183. It's probably one of the easier things you could do in the game. So yeah, just ignore him for now, since I can see his, I don't know if it's an antenna or, yeah, I'm not sure what that is on top of the tank. I don't want to be wrong. So yeah, I saw his antenna still there in sniper mode, so I wasn't pretty much worried about him as I was shooting the 777. Here I go for a hatch shot on the 30B. I think I was a little too, I have, what is it, gunpowder? No, it's increased velocity with the shell. I think it's one of the equipment. So I had that, and I thought I could just shoot it straight, but I still needed to lead it. So yeah, I got some good shots in the KPZ, but then I realized it's not the best position to be hold down. So I just get down and see if I could put a shot there in the 7, but I missed. And I'm just going to keep pushing the right side. This game is pretty chill. We might be losing on cap soon, but we have a free kill here on the Yo that I'm going to pick up, and then our team can just get the caps. What I do is I see a 30B. I see the dead tank of the 30B right in front of me, so I'm going to use that since it's pretty much this silhouette of my tank, and I'm just going to try to go hold down on this 777. But he tries to go for the caps, so I just have free side shots. And then I peek here pretty easy, as he doesn't pay attention, and I just get the kill. And that's game. Game 1 in the 30B. It just, after the update not too long ago, it just feels like a different animal. It just feels so good. It feels so smooth. The gun feels great. The DPM, just everything in general. It feels like one of the better medium tanks in the game, so. Here, I don't know what I was doing, to be honest. This guy's a pretty nice guy. There's a lot of nice people I meet on Blitz, and I would say he's one of them. At least for me. I don't know if he could be an undercover, toxic, serial killer on Blitz or something, but At least to me, he's a pretty nice puppy. So it's cool to give people the time of day. I mean, they just ask a simple question or whatnot. You just get back to them. But yeah, here on Faust, I mean, I'm just pretty much, again, as I said, anywhere on the map that I can go hold down. Although I don't have the best tank to go hold down with, because I do have a giant cupola. I choose to, so here on Faust, I'll go to the hold down spot here in the corner. I think it's gonna be the A cap, if there was supremacy. But yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna try to use my gun depression and my gun handling, which is improved from the last 30B that we had. So yeah, I'll pretty much grab that here with the Progetto and see what I can do. So here at the moment, right, I get spotted, so I know there's something in that bush, because nothing else can spot me without being spotted, if it weren't in that bush. So I get a shot there. I'm not sure if it hits. I'm not sure if these are on point, because it could be anything. I could be shooting too high, or I could be shooting too low, depending on what the tank is. So I'm just putting it like in between that. Not too low, not too high, just in the center. The yoke comes in the corner, which is cool, I guess, and I just rotate back to the right side, and I want to see if I can get up top of this and see if I could get a crossfire going if I get on top of this little rocket thingy. I don't know what to call it. Like a rocket launch pad or something? I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, I put a shot in the 62, and we're just going to keep working him out because I'm looking at the minimap and I see like 4 tanks out of the fight. So, I mean, I'm pretty safe to peek up here, and I know what's in front of me. And yeah, we're just going to delete the 62, and I'm actually going to rotate back towards the right side of the map. I saw the TVP, I thought he was going through middle, and then we have an unspotted super conk coming through the middle. And yeah, I'm kind of in a bit of a pickle here in terms of crossfire. But I can pretty much run away. I have good mobility. I'm not like in a mouse tank or anything like that. I didn't know this guy had shots on me. That was a good shot, actually. It didn't pen, but still, I mean, it was good that he found that angle. And I just want to farm, so that's why I want to keep this angle here. If they try to cross for my AFK. But I mean, the 114 came back a little bit to help me with the super conk. So I mean, the other 2 tanks on the right, they're not close enough for me to be worried about. So I'm gonna help my guy with the super conk, actually. Again, I mean, I feel like there's no pressure in these games, to be honest, so I've just been nonchalant about everything, and yeah, you see me just driving here and there. I mean, there's nothing to worry about. No one's putting pressure anywhere, so you can just play like this and chill out. I mean, you don't have to do anything urgent at the moment. Just wait for your team to come, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people panic when it's like tied, when the score is tied, or like, when they see a lot of enemy tanks. But if they're not putting pressure anywhere, you don't have to move. You can literally stay there until either the enemy makes a move and you can get a better position for, engagement again, or you can just wait for your teammates to come and then push them instead, and then you just play behind them. So I mean, yeah, there's not really much to do. Well, there's not much to do in these scenarios. You just sit it out, you wait it out, and just wait till your team makes a play or the enemy team makes a play, and then you just move according to. So that's pretty much it. Here, I mean, I bounced a TVP. I even fully aimed it in just to make sure I didn't hit that spaced armor, but yeah, I still eventually hit it. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna grab the crossfire here. I saw they both shot. Put a shot in here, move to the right, and now they have 2 ways to look, and that's what you want to get in Blitz. You always want to get the crossfire. It maximizes your damage potential when you're playing solos and whatnot. I wouldn't recommend it too much if you're playing with a teammate and you want an HP share and he's low. But if it's a scenario like this, you're playing solos, you always want to grab crossfire, and that's it. So for this game, I mean, it was pretty much nothing special. I just waited until they pretty much made a move on us. That's all that there was to it, to be honest. I wasn't moving around too much. I just stayed in like one position, waiting for my team to do something or them to do something, and our team reacted first. And that's all you need in this game, to be honest. You just need patience, and you move according. You get to the crossfire positions, you rotate accordingly to the safest spot where you can get the most damage out, and it's not rocket science. But the 30B, I mean, I know a lot of people don't play it a lot in Clan Wars and just in general, but it should be a tank that's played in, Clan Wars and tournaments and stuff like that, just due to the fact that it's so flexible, it's mobile, it has good gun depression, it has a much better gun now in terms of accuracy, so, and good alpha too, so. DPM, of course, yes, I forgot about that. But here on Himmelsdorf, I just play the standard hold down spot for a medium here and just try to spot whatever comes to the left side. I see the Caro, but I don't know, a lot of people play pretty aggressive on the NA server to try and kill you or like to get some shots on you, so that's why I'm keeping eyes on this bat chat. Because the moment I look away, I know for damn sure I'm going to get clipped out or he's going to look at me. So I just want to keep focus on him since, there's no pressure right now. I mean, I see the right side on the minimap and then I look on the right myself. So I feel like it's time to make a move and then I have to lead these guys. So that's why I'm going to go first. Sometimes you do have to make a push, but that doesn't mean YOLO. Just push for position and then your team will follow. You don't have to YOLO into the enemy tanks. So we're just killing this Caro 45T. Eliminating per se is a better word, yeah, we're gonna get some good shots and pretty much clear everything here. Put a shot in the bat chat, and I don't want this E50M to leave with a lot of HP, so I'm also gonna put a shot into him with the concept. And yeah, we get 2 kills and basically almost 3 with that E50M. Super weak on the left. He's gonna be pretty much useless for the rest of the battle. Anyone can HE splash him. Here, I mean, I fully aimed in the shot on the 50B. But I'm not sure if I had the best dispersion for that. So I'm going to trade with him here. You see as Cupola's not the best. And then the VK hits a really good shot here. Honestly, I don't know how he hit that shot, but I mean, it was nice. It was a nice little snapshot. Here, I mean, our team's doing a pretty good job with moving around. As you can see on the minimap, we have a guy on D. We have a guy that just flanked left. I mean, they're not in the best positions, right? Per se, but they're getting eyes off the tanks that were in front of us. Again, here I'm gonna be extremely patient. I thought the VK was gonna keep moving, so I aimed for the track shot, but he stopped and then I hit the hole, so I mean, not the best shot placement. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep, again, like I said last game, I'm gonna be patient here. There's no reason to risk dying when I can output more damage. I'm gonna be sure that the VK is not looking at me, and he's not, so I'm gonna peek in for a shot. And then I'm gonna run away. And here I am just chilling. I mean, there's again no reason to peek this guy. I'm not gonna die. He's perma looking at me. He's just perma looking my way, and I just don't want to die. It looks like I think he lagged out at this point, to be honest. I tried to put a shot here on the side of the E100, but it bounces, and he's still looking at me, or lagged out, so I'm not sure. And yeah, I mean, again, no reason to peek him. Let the teammates kill, eliminate him, and I'm just gonna go for the flank on the 50B and the STRV. So I get a shot in the 50B. No reason to shoot HE because I needed to peek that fast because they can just turn around and snapshot me. So I hit another shot here, dead, and now I have free shots on the STRVK. So I put one in here, and I'm just gonna ego chow this last one, honestly. And yeah, just snapshot it there, win the game, and that's all she wrote. Again, pretty much basic standard game, 3.5k. Your standard game. You don't want to kind of over push anything or be desperate for any kills there. Just be patient, get your damage out, and again, wait for them to push you, like you saw the VK doing and their team. So what I can compare this tank to is probably like a hybrid, right? With, well, not even a hybrid. I just compare it to the Leo. It's just a less, I wouldn't say less mobile. I think it's as mobile as a Leopard 1. I would just say less, of course, less DPM, less accurate 30B, but not by much, not by much. All right, so here we're in Falls Creek. I actually remember this game. It was actually kind of scary at the start, not gonna lie. But assessing like the tank's positioning, I was able to, as you'll see, run away. So I have a TVP with me, right? And you know, I know they have just the 907, so I'm gonna be overly aggressive here, to be completely honest with you. There's no reason not to. And I should have been more aggressive here at the start, and I think that was my biggest mistake. To go right away and not stop for 5 to 10 seconds there, honestly. Because I could have spotted them rotating here instead of when I peek here on this side right now. So I put a shot in the 907, and here comes a 260. Here comes a concept. Here comes everyone on their team. I put another shot in the 907. And here I thought I was screwed, but I'm looking at everyone and they're not trying to cut me off. They're all going through the same angle. So I just turn right here and I get safe. I could have repaired my kit and shot the E5 there on the way out, but he could have tracked me and I could have stayed there. So I wanted to save the repair kit, or he could have set me on fire. So that's why I didn't use it right away. And I'd rather sacrifice that shot than just get out safe. So I got here safe, away from the situation, and all I'm gonna do this game, to be completely honest with you, I'm not gonna play front lines anymore. I'm just gonna be back here. I'm gonna be shooting whatever my teammates spot for me on the right, or whatever tries to pressure them, like this 260, like the concept 1B. I want to get perma shots on these guys and see if I can farm out the rest of the game. So I put a side shot in the concept 1B. One thing about the 30B, it's pretty accurate, yes, but from distance it just doesn't have that dispersion like a Leopard 1 does. So like sometimes like your shots won't go to where you want them to be, basically. So I put another shot in the 907 here, and I also want to make sure I have more shots here. I put a shot in the 260. Again, snapshotting as well. You don't want to snapshot too much in the 30B. It has, again, a great gun, but it's not meant for snapshotting. So I miss a snapshot, but then I get the kill on the 260, and I'm just gonna see if I can get a kill with heat, but then he turns my way, so I just load my premium AP, and that's it. Well, APCR, I think. It's not even premium AP. And I'm just gonna rotate back to the left to keep these guys spotted, so if they cross, after my teammates get the kill on the E5, I can literally just get assistance damage. But I see the Yag here on the left, and I'm just gonna go for the kill. And I go for the kill on the Yag, and I'm just gonna be chilling here. I'm gonna get a shot on the Badger, and I'm gonna see if I can get some more shots here if they try to push me. So I'm aiming for it, but the Badger doesn't want the smoke, and he wants to turn around, which is completely smart. I mean, the TVP is right behind them. And so I want to see if I pressure, but the 54 is looking at me, which is completely fine. And I end up getting the kill on these guys. So I get that shot there, and then I just end up getting the kill on him. Fully aimed it in, because, you know, you don't want to mix RNG into the equation there. So I'm waiting for a VK to get shot, but the Badger's going to hold a shot for me, which is completely fine. So I'm just chilling here. I didn't think he had a shot at me. I should have won in sniper mode. That's actually a really good shot, not gonna lie. Yeah, that was actually a really good shot. He wanted to kill me at the end of the game, and he got his wish, so I mean, GG. Again, I think I would have done more damage if a couple of those shots would have hit, but it's completely fine. My shot placement could have been better, and it shouldn't have been up to RNG like that. But I mean, again, it's completely okay. It was a pretty good game overall. I can't even complain, because the fact that I even escaped out of that and was able to put at least a decent game up was a miracle in itself, I'm not gonna lie. Just the way they were rushing me wasn't the correct way. So if you ever see a tank isolated like that, like I was in that game, you always want to have a good cutoff angle, but they all just went the same way, and I was just able to easily get out of there. Just a tip, if you ever catch someone that plays isolated like that and you want to kill them, just make sure you cut off where they're gonna run, and you have 2 or maybe multiple points of contact of cutting them off instead of just going one lane. And that works for anything, for pushing, and that's just like the basic principle of pushing as well. I mean, when you push, you don't want to push off from one lane or one specific area. I think that'll also win you more games. Being able to secure kills and pushing with your team effectively. Castilla, one of my favorite maps in this game. It's a really unpopular opinion, but I mean, there's just so many angles, so many things you can do, especially in a medium tank on this map. So if I was in a mouse or VK, maybe I'd say otherwise, but I mean, I'm in a 30B, so. Just gonna be with the Sheridan here. You know, he gets a pretty interesting spot at the start. Honestly, I mean, I don't see this a lot from pub players, and I'm gonna take advantage of this. He's gonna play on the far right, create an angle on the top. So when I do push on the top, I guess he wants an angle if they over push to shoot at least once or twice, like right here, as I'm going on the right side of this push. And so I'm gonna keep pushing and try to see if I can get like a 1v1 or like a 2v1 here, but there's no one here, so I'm just gonna take advantage right away. I'm not gonna slow down, and I'm gonna take their, I call this a Colabeno spot, the little nook here. So I put a shot in the T62A as I'm going up, and then I'm gonna put another one here, hold down. As you see, look at that beautiful gun depression and hold down capability. And I'm gonna put another one here. It doesn't bounce, it doesn't bend, but I'm fine with that. I mean, we get the track and the assist damage. And I'm gonna put a shot in the Progetto, and he tries to keep going to the, I think it's the A side, yeah, the A side. I'm gonna try to put a shot in the Badger, but I don't have a good angle here. So I rushed that shot, and I just wanted to get safe. Here I'm gonna start testing angles to see where I can get shots, and if I could get shot from the Badger. So I'm gonna see right here. I think the Badger has a good shot on me, and I was proven correct. He got a pretty good shot on me there, so I mean, I went just for a miracle shot there, honestly. You can pen that with higher penetration guns, but I mean, I just literally went for a miracle shot. I knew that had 0 chance, but so I think I'm in the most ideal spot as long as I get some help from any tanks that are on my right side. So I'm gonna see what I can do here. Go hold down. Here, I mean, this is where I don't like the 30B because the cupola is so big. If these guys had good aim, they could just destroy my cupola, but here I'm not worried about the Progetto because my 50B can delete him, so hopefully he can. Or the Kampfpanzer. He misses a second shot, and the 50B goes down, so I thought I was a little bit in trouble here, but the Sheridan comes in just in time to clear that, well, not the Sheridan, the T30. And I'm just gonna keep this guy from coming up the hill, and that's all she wrote. I mean, I won this side with my team. They did a pretty good job. The T30 coming in late. And that's it, man. I mean, nothing pretty much to go over. Just got my position pretty aggressive early. If you see anything that that can benefit you in terms of like positioning, always take it aggressive early, because it's gonna be hard to dig out, especially if it's a good position like this where you can have some really good shots on the back of the enemy tanks. Put a shot on the Badger there, and then here in the E100. Honestly, I could have kept tabs on where the Badger was, but I honestly didn't care. I knew the game was over, and I just over-peak on the E100 and die. We eventually win the game. It's going to take some time for it to be over. But yeah, I want to speak on the Castilla game. I mean, you do want to work with teammates, although you don't want to trust them in terms of them penning shots and whatnot. But I saw the Sheridan's positioning on the right. I saw that I can play a little bit more aggressive than usual on the top of Castilla, on the right side of the buildings. And I could pretty much have an early engagement and win the trades with my teammate at the start, because he'd put in one, I'd put in one, but he has a higher alpha, so it's not just going to be a regular medium shot. And yeah, so I took advantage of that. I didn't see anyone there, so I kept going. I didn't spot anyone in the nook that I went to, and I just took it, and that's where I was the whole game, getting good crossfire shots, and it was a pretty decent game. here in the next game, we're gonna go to Middleburg. Again, on these maps, right, you just want to do your job, right? You want to go to the best positions for your tank. In a 30B, I have to go to the flanks the majority of the time since I'm mobile. I can, not just for me, but for my teammates, like to win the game, for the best percentage chance to win the game. You always want to either counter flank, make sure they're not flanking you if you're not like too mobile, or you just want to, again, get in some good positions like this where you want to get some shots early. My DPM wasn't good enough there to get the second shot on that Leo, and I'm just gonna have like a little back and forth with this Leo here, seeing and adjusting with this guy, some shots and stuff like that. Man, I'm pretty sick, but yeah, we got the Leo 1 on lockdown. I do think I could have spotted here and seeing what else could come up, but again, look at that. You don't have the best cupola. That's like the second or third time you've seen in this gameplay where they were just able to easily pen it. I mean, this one's a Leo, but I mean, you saw other tanks like the 50B and tanks that don't have the best dispersion and aim time. So here I think I make another mistake. I could have stayed on the right and expected and anticipated someone else to come in like this, like the 50B. So I wasn't able to get any shots here because he was able to escape rather quickly. And I'm definitely not going to peek this Yag until he turns, but I knew he wasn't going to turn here. So I just decided to just get a better angle again. There's no reason to stay in the front line. I think I already stayed there longer than I should have, so I'm going to go flank. Not completely. I'm just gonna go try to get some angles and on anyone poking the outside of the hill on the left, like you see the 92 E1. And so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna, I think, encounter Leo here if I remember correctly. It was pretty unsuspected. So I shoot the Leo here, snapshot him. This is like one of the rare instances where like a snapshot hits like that. So I don't know. I can't really see if it's good or not. So here I bait the front hole, and then the 183 nukes him, and then I was able to get the kill. So I mean, guys, don't complain about your 183s being in one position the whole map in the back. I mean, because then they can help you like that sometimes. Sometimes you just got to use your teammates. Honestly, I think I'm the one that complains the most about that, but I mean, still, like, so I see here, and I'm just killing that M103. I mean, there's not much I can say about that. Just free farm. Again, this is why I came down here, to get good angles like this. So if they push anything, or if they're ready to rush, I have free shots all day. I'm going to help my VK here with the 30B. So I put a shot in here. Again, I think I might take it back, to be honest. What I said about the gun earlier, because look at this game. I mean, every shot I'm hitting like on the move from distance, so it's not a bad gun. But then I have a shot like that where, you know, where you're just still almost fully aimed in, and I'm actually so grateful here that that shot bounces. So I mean, you can get lucky bounces like that. I don't think you can get that in the Leo. So I guess that's what, to me, makes it a little bit more similar to the Leo in terms of the playability. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I think the Leo is just better. But this tank, again, as you can see, is almost just as good, or as good. Depends on how you view it. So it looks like it was unfortunate for him. He was rocking back and forth. So I think he hit like a little bump and he wasn't able to get that shot on me. And now I'm just going to farm this 183 who's been at the bottom red line of the map the entire game. And so I'm able to get a few more shots here and the kill to end off a pretty good game, I'd say. In medium tanks, if you want to win, you can't stay in one part of the map the whole game. Unless you have an insane crossfire that they have to push you to get to, right? So some would say, oh, well, an insane crossfire and a good hold down spot would be at the bottom of the map by the red line on the B reset spot. But it's like, it's not guaranteed they're going to be there. and I'm not going to have shots throughout the entire map. So just move along and just get those hold down positions where you do have like a view range of, I want to say 50 to 75% of the map and shots in that vicinity. And yeah, like that Castilla game. So there's differences in hold down spots you want to take for the majority of the game, and then obviously some games where you just can't stay in one area because you're just going to be completely useless for your team. It's nice meeting a wholesome player in the Blitz app. I mean, you don't get a lot of them, so I also earned a new sub just interacting with a random person, so you know, I have some recommendations for my next I think gameplays. I think I might stream soon, either before this uploads or a little after, so we'll see. I mean, I want to platoon with my friend, and we'll see if we get a stream going between the both of us in the platoon. So Faust again, I mean, again, as I said earlier, I want to go to the best spots for my tank, and that's going to be over here on the right side, especially looking at the matchup. They only have one decent hold down tank, but it's, I think, in my opinion, from my point of view, I'd say the M60 is more pennable than a 30B, to be honest. I think the cupola is almost as big, and the cheeks are pennable, so it's a pretty easy tank to hold down. So here, I mean, a 140's here, I can easily just out-trade him here, especially if Fosh. I mean, if he wants to keep poking, we're going to keep putting shots in here. This one, I mean, it's at an angle, so it's a tougher shot to hit. So I bounced that, and yeah, I'm just going to see if I can shoot this 140. He stays there. I expected him to pull out a bit as he saw me, but I put a shot in the M60, and I get shot by the 140 on the right. So I'm just going to pay a little bit more attention to him now. And this time he pulls back, so he's playing a little cat and mouse game, where I think he's going to stay, he goes, but then when I think he's going to go, he stays, so pretty tricky player. So I just put in my shot there, and I don't think I'm going to push this, I'll be completely honest, on the right. I think they're going to have the kill, and what I can do is just secure the kill on the Fosh on the outside. Looking at the minimap, I know not everyone's spotted, but I know the girl's not going to be able to shoot me because he was more towards the right hand side of the map, around the red line. So I get the kill on the Fosh, and I'm just going to start working on this E3, and I'm going to put an HE shot here, pretty much safe. And again, I'm looking at my teammates' reload times and the 263 bounce, so I'm just going to secure the kill, and then we can start working on this M60 here. M60 is going to die to this STB right after I put a shot, and as you see in movements with like medium tanks, you always want to move with your team. You don't want to move solo because you can just get caught out. Ah man, I got a really unfortunate shot there. It did bounce, and here too, on the move, it hit over my reticle, but that's fine. I'm just gonna aim this one here, put the HE there, and then I wanted to get the shot before the Sheridan, so I'm not even gonna miss the HE. So I just shoot the AP, and then I see if I can get this Type 71 shot, and then I do. So that was pretty fire. A 7-0 game, pretty clean sweep, and I was still able to get out some decent damage, over 4K, so not a bad games, not a bad set of games. I think it was 7 in total. I was in a bit of a rush because I had to go. I had to eat food, and then I had to do something on a different server, and yeah. Pretty fire, pretty good gameplay. I would have liked to have played a couple more games for you guys, but that's all I had for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And watch out for the streams. I think I'm going to stream once a week at least. Videos maybe once. Honestly, I've been putting more than I'm capable of, but yeah.